Professions, doctors, lawyers, teachers, accountants, and so on, they're responsible for some of the most important functions in society, keeping us in good health, making sure we know about our legal entitlements, giving us a good education. The professions are so important, but they're also creaking. And most people and most organizations don't have access to professional advice and guidance. Now, the promise of a lot of these new systems is that a lot of them appear to be making the sort of expertise that was traditionally locked up in the heads of professionals, making it far more widely and far more affordably available. Just to give you an example, on eBay, 60 million disputes arised that were resolved online without lawyers. That's 40 times the number of civil claims that are filed in the entire English and Welsh justice system. That's a huge number. And many of these claims would have gone unresolved if it weren't for this system. So the book is called The Future of the Professions. And I wrote it with my dad, in fact, whose background is in thinking about how technology affects the legal profession. But what he found was that in talking to generally audiences of lawyers would come and say, that's very interesting talking about how technology affects lawyers, but what you're saying applies equally well in our profession as well. And it was clear something very significant was happening across all these different professions. So as I said, we joined forces to think about and look at how technology is transforming this group of professions. The sort of things that made you a good traditional lawyer or doctor or accountant, they're changing. You need to draw on a whole new set of roles and skills. They're very different to the ones that traditional professionals know. My biggest piece of advice, if you wanted advice, is if you are going into this job wanting to work like the doctor your dad was or the accountant your mum was, you're going to be disappointed because these worlds are changing because of technology. But if you go into these roles thinking, I want to be the sort of person who solves legal problems, who solves medical problems, and I don't mind if it doesn't resemble the way in which it was done in the past, I just want to find the most affordable and accessible way of doing it, it's an incredibly exciting time.